In this video I'm going to show you all 20 balloon animal locations in Fisch to complete the quest given by the silly clown in the underground music venue to get the silly fun happy rod, which has crazy passives. So first of all, you have to go to the depths to get into the underground music venue. You find this castle wall, follow it along, and you will enter the Crystal Cove. Now you want to jump up onto the right hand side onto this merchant hut and sail across to the red island and then jump to the black and white island. Here you have to place on the podium a chaotic enchant relic. If you don't know how to do that, I've also got a video on how to catch one of those. Then you can go over to this bridge area and there's a trapdoor that you jump down, and this takes you into the underground music venue. And this is where you can find the silly clown, and he will give you the quest to find 20 balloons, and after that he also wants a piece of string. So here are the balloon locations. The first one is at Moosewood. It's at the main village on top of one of the huts here. From the area just behind this hut, if you travel to the right hand side and glide over to where the daily shop is, you can find the second balloon. So there's 20 in total, and this is the second one. So just on the back side of the island here, we can find the next balloon. The third one is at the Statue of Sovereignty, so if you just go into the entranceway where this miner is and turn left, you will easily find it. Next up, we are heading over to Castaway Cliffs. There's this big house at the top, and if you just go to the right of it here, there's a sort of rock archway, and on top of here, you will find yourself the next balloon. After that, we are heading on over to Terrapin Island, and from the main area, if you follow this right path along the top of the rocks and then glide over to the back here past where the cultist lair is, and you want to just travel to the back of the island. Basically we're coming out above where the cultist is standing down below here. So if you look down here, you see the cultist, and just above him on this ledge is the next balloon. So that's it, we've got the next one. Now we are on to Moosewood. So if we line Moosewood on our right here and we sail straight forward here, you will find a very small island, and this is called Earmark Island. So there's one of the balloon animals on here just right next to this tree. So it's a bit hard to find, but if you line up next to Moosewood, you should be fine. Now we're over to Snowcap Island. So on one side we've got the shipwright, but round the back of the island there is actually a second shipwright. So if we just sail around to the back, you will find this shipwright and the balloon is right next to him. So what you want to do is just jump out onto this ice over here, and just to the left side of him around the corner you can find the next balloon animal. So there we go. Now we are over at Ancient Isles, and from the main area you want to go to where this zip line is on the top of the mountain just here. So it's just next to where the main pond is. We just have to climb up the rocks. So we're going to just jump up here, do a little bit of parkour. You can't get up that side, but round the back there's a small ladder. So we found the ladder, we climb up here, and this is the next animal right there. Okay, so that's pretty good. We're almost halfway there. Now we're going to Mush Grove Swamp. So at the back of the island again there's a shipwright, so we're going to enter from that direction, and if you just walk in past these red mushrooms and glide to the right where the Rod of the Exalted One is kept, the balloon animal is just above it on that ledge. So you can use the trees here to sort of jump up and then just glide across, and you'll be easily able to interact with the balloon. So we're still at Mush Grove, but this time on the opposite side of the island next to the main shipwright. If we sail in a straight line from here, we will find the Arch. So this is the place where you can get the Destiny Rod, and here you will find the next balloon. So there's a little guy here who looks sort of like a knight or something. If you go over here, you will find the next balloon. Now, we're at the Arch. If we line the Arch up with Castaway Cliffs on our left hand side and sail forward and slightly to the right, you will find a small island that is not marked on the map. So this is Birch Cay, and on here there's a secret trapdoor, and just right in front of it is the next balloon. So some of these islands are hard because they're not labelled on the map, but you can find them. So, Sunstone Island, we're going to head up this long ladder as if we were going to Merlin's hut. So if you want guide on Merlin's hut quests, then I've also got a video on that you can check out. But instead of going left to Merlin, this time what we're going to do is we're going to go right. So just jump up here and turn to the right, and just around the corner past this tree, you will find this balloon in between these two sort of crates. Now we are travelling to Roslit Bay, so you want to enter on the side where there's the hot springs and the UFO. And what we're going to do is travel back towards this bridge area. Just glide straight across. Now we're going to go halfway across this bridge and then glide sort of to the left of the bridge. Now you have to jump up some of the rocks here. It's a little bit difficult. You might want to put your shift lock on to get up here. But if you keep trying, you'll definitely get up there. And we're just going to turn right, and then along here there is another bridge, and right next to this one you will find the next balloon animal. There are actually 2 balloon animals in Roslit Bay. One of them is on this ledge at the very top of the volcano, so we're going to have to climb inside first of all to get halfway up. So if you go in, some of you have probably done this before, so I'm not sure if I have to show all this, but maybe we've got some new players. Basically, it's kind of like an obby inside Roslit Volcano, where you just go around the edge of the walls. You have to obviously be very careful, because if you fall, you're going to land directly in lava, which is obviously going to make you lose health. But basically, it's not that hard. You just follow it up, just avoiding the little patches of lava. And once you get to this point, you can actually go outside. And outside here, there's a little grassy area, and there's a quest giver who gives you the Try Hard Rod quest. So you can probably go inside all the way to the top, I think, to this ledge, but I'm going to climb on the outside. So I'm basically just going to be looking for any of the wall that's at a slight angle that I can like climb up or spam jump to get to the top. This might not be the best way, but this is what I found to be the quickest. So I'm just spam jumping up this volcano, and then when I get to the top, I'm just going to pop my glider, and then I can sail around and find out where that ledge is and just drop down and land on it. So here we are, we see it right here. So if I just line it up and then I'll drop off my glider, I'm right there where the balloon animal is. Seeing as we're so high up, I'm going to glide across to that research station where Dr. Glimmerfin was, and just drop down here, because there's one on this sort of like, I don't know what it is, oil drill research center. But basically, if you go in here, you walk around the side of the building. It's on the back side of this building. So this is Dr. Crookspine's laboratory, I think. And at the back here, on the windowsill, you will find that balloon animal. Okay, so next up, we are heading over to the Grand Reef. If you've got the Bubble Mermaid on the right, you go to the back island, which is called Atlantean Storm, and just around the side of this island, you will see the next one. So you just sail up to it and jump on. This one's pretty easy, to be honest. So there we go, we're almost there. I know it's a lot, but keep up with me, guys. So now, if you line up like this from Roslit Bay and sail straight forward, you will find this island, which is Harvester's Pike. So there is a balloon animal right here. So now we're hitting 2 islands that are not main islands. From Harvester's Pike, if you just line up from where you literally are with the balloon animal, as you can see, there's another island directly in front with a little tree on it. So we're going to go over to this thing here and jump out. I can't remember the name of this island, but it's right next to Harvester's Pike. Now, the next place we're heading to is Forsaken Shores, and the balloon animal here is right on top of the skull cave. So we have to go to the pond and climb up to that skull. So there's 3 ladders here in Forsaken Shores. If you climb up them, 1, 2, and the third one, then you can pretty much get to the skull from here. So you just turn right and you just jump up on a few different rocks, and then you'll be on top of the skull. And then we can interact with the next one. So after this, we are heading to the Lost Jungle. So if we go here to where the main shipwright is, and basically the balloon animal is on top of this stone arch next to that tree up there. So we're just going to climb up the rocks on the left side. Actually, you can use the trees here. There's 2 trees. If you just jump up these and glide, this is probably the easiest way to do it. So 1 tree, glide over, do the same thing again, and then you'll get on top of that archway. And right next to the tree on the top is the next balloon animal. Now we've got all 20 of the balloon animals, we have to catch the string. You can get this from the Desolate Deep, and it's not luck favoring. So to get this, I would recommend using the training rod, and use that also with garbage bait. So you don't want to have high luck to catch this, because it's just a piece of trash. Now you've got all of those, you can go back to the clown and receive your rewards. The clown car boat, the honked title, a banana, and of course the silly fun happy rod. So let's have a look at that rod. If we just equip it here, we can see it. So it's giant smiley face emoji, and it's basically a guitar. So it plays a goofy song as well. so you might want to do a little performance while you're down here. But really what we want to do is fish with this thing, and this thing has insane passives. Like, not good, I'm saying actually insane. Like here the progress bar is spinning, rotating, which makes it really hard to catch what you're catching. I'll try it again to see what the other ones are, because it gives you random ones. This time looks pretty fine, 100% progress speed, but then it tells you that you caught like 10 giant Atlantean Nessies, and then just kidding lol. So this is basically a trolling rod. I'll do one more. This time, jump scare. So every time you fish with this rod, you get a totally different passive. Finally, I'll use it one more time, and this time the progress bar just flies all over the place, and then I lost my streak. So as I said, a trolling rod, which might test your patience. If this video was helpful, hit the like button and subscribe to the channel.